In 2024 South Carolina, a couple drove at night and relied too heavily on the directions of GPS and plunged into the water and started sinking. Was this accident entirely due to their carelessness? But there was only trusting a system we use every day. That system is so accurate it can pinpoint your location within meters using signals from outer space. But the strange thing is, your phone doesn't actually know where you are. It calculates location based on time, so even a tiny discrepancy can send you hundreds of meters off track. The next time you look at a map and follow the blue line, have you ever wondered what's really going on behind the scenes? GPS stands for Global Positioning System, is a satellite-based system that provides real-time location, speed, and time data. The word global means it works worldwide, covering land, sea, and air. Positioning refers to finding your precise location based on signals from satellites. System means it is made up of many parts working together, including satellites, receivers, and timing technology. Because of how it works, GPS has quietly become a second brain for modern life. People no longer just use it. They rely on it without hesitation. Imagine yourself as a delivery driver who works long shifts in a city you did not grow up in, and every street looks the same after a few hours. You do not stop to think about directions and follow the voice on your phone because it feels faster and safer than trusting your memory. For you, GPS is not just a tool, but something that helps you finish your job on time. Most people feel the same way because GPS removes the stress of getting lost and replaces it with a sense of control. But when that system fails, even for a moment, the feeling changes instantly and confidence turns into uncertainty. That is when you realize how much you depend on something you never fully understood. But GPS did not begin as something made for people like us. Actually, it was developed during the Cold War for military purposes. In the late 1950s, scientists discovered that radio signals from Soviet satellites could be used to calculate position by measuring frequency changes. This led to a key idea, which was that satellites could be used to determine locations on Earth. In the 1960s, the United States Navy created the transit system, allowing submarines to estimate their position using satellite signals. But it was slow and not suitable for real-time use. In 1973, the Department of Defense launched the Navstar GPS program, designed to provide continuous and precise positioning anywhere on Earth. Early GPS signals for civilians were intentionally limited in accuracy to protect military advantage. This restriction was removed in 2000, making GPS far more accurate and widely usable. Since then, GPS has become a global standard for navigation. GPS depends on a network of at least 24 satellites orbiting Earth at an altitude of about 20,200 kilometers, completing one full orbit every 12 hours. These satellites are arranged in such a way that at any given moment, a GPS receiver on the ground can detect signals from at least 4 satellites, no matter where you are on the planet. Each satellite continuously broadcasts its position and the exact time the signal was sent, using radio waves that travel at the speed of light, which is about 300,000 kilometers per second. In reality, Most modern smartphones connect to between 6 and 12 satellites at the same time, improving accuracy to within 3 to 5 meters under normal conditions. That means your location can often be determined more precisely than the width of a typical street lane. But signals alone are not enough to explain how your exact position appears on the screen. Time is the foundation of GPS, because your device calculates distance by measuring how long it takes for signals to travel from satellites to your receiver. Since signals move at the speed of light, even a delay of 1 microsecond, which is 1/1,000,000th of a second, can cause a position error of about 300 meters. To prevent this, each satellite carries multiple atomic clocks that are accurate to within 1 second over millions of years. This extreme precision allows GPS to measure distance with incredible accuracy, turning time into a way of mapping space. So, if time gives us distance, how do we turn that into a location? GPS uses a method called trilateration to calculate your position, and it works in a way that is surprisingly similar to how you might locate yourself using real landmarks. Imagine you are standing in a park, and you know you are exactly 500 meters away from a tree, which means you could be anywhere within a circle with a 500-meter radius around that tree. Now, if you also know you are 400 meters from a bench, your position becomes more limited because the two circles will intersect at specific points. When you add a third reference, for example, 300 meters from a statue, those three circles meet at one exact point, and that point is your precise location. GPS also follows the same principle with satellites. All of this happens in less than a second, using signals that travel at the speed of light. GPS must account for the effects of Einstein's theory of relativity because satellites move at speeds of about 14,000 kilometers per hour and experience weaker gravity than objects on Earth. Due to these conditions, time on satellites runs faster by about 38 microseconds per day compared to clocks on the ground. Engineers constantly adjust satellite clocks to compensate for this difference, ensuring that all timing remains synchronized. Without this correction, GPS would quickly become unusable. Today, GPS supports billions of users worldwide and is embedded in nearly every smartphone, vehicle, and logistics system. In the United States alone, GPS contributes an estimated $1.4 trillion to the economy by improving transportation, agriculture, and communication efficiency. Delivery companies rely on it to optimize routes, saving time and fuel across millions of shipments each day. Even fitness apps track your movement using GPS signals to measure distance and speed in real time. Think about your own routine for a moment. How often do you open a map without even realizing it? GPS has become so natural that most people never question how much they depend on it. GPS is not magic, and it is a system built on satellites, precise timing, and constant calculations working together every second. Your phone does not truly know where you are, and it keeps solving your position using signals traveling across space. What feels simple is actually the result of decades of science hidden behind something we now call normal. It raises a quiet question. How many things in your daily life feel obvious, but are built on ideas you have never stopped to question? And that thought leads to something even more interesting, because the more you look closer, the more you realize how much of the world is quietly working in ways you rarely notice. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden stories behind everyday things, stay curious and keep exploring with us.